Ah, there's nothing better than waking up to the sweet sound of streaming in the morning and the sight of an empty fountain. As you can see and hear, we're getting ready for our patron days next week. The fountain's been drained so that it can be cleaned. Kirsty's strimming to make everything super tidy, and I really want to point out that there is a sudden ray of sunshine appearing, but there was a comment on my last video. Somebody said, "Why are you starting every Chateau Diaries with a weather forecast?" And I suddenly realised I just do it naturally when I open the window. So I'm not going to give you a weather forecast anymore. It's completely ridiculous. I will let you work it out for yourselves when you see the view. But whilst all of this excitement is going on outside, I have a huge task today, because today is the next meeting with the architect for the chapel restoration. And today is the day that we decide what can actually be done. I'm in a bit of a fluster. I've got to get ready. I'm going to go down, have a cup of tea. Everything is going to feel calmer and more manageable with a cup of tea. Good morning, all.
Good morning.
Morning. You just look like perfect countryside, the daisies, all of it.
Oh gosh, yeah, I hadn't even thought. I was handed these because I'm a bit nervous because I think Umberline said these are edible, but they're just
Cosmos.
so pretty.
Is it Cosmos?
Yes.
Is it edible? I'm nervous now.
Found them in the flower arrangements.
Oh, there's a war between the vegetable producers and the florists.
This feels like quite a fennelly kind of.
If Umberline says so, she
think
knows
it was
what she's
these.
doing.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I had my head full on in a tomato plant when she said it, so she may have meant another flower.
Oh.
But she did hand these to me, and I said I'd take them to the kitchen. And some of them have escaped through the tomato nets. And so I'm going to put these on the windowsill and hope they...
Oh yes, how pretty it is.
Isn't it gorgeous? And it just smells. But I can't get over how many different varieties there are.
Oh gosh, I can't believe Mummy's missing this.
And these, although they've got a little kind of green stripe to them, they are as sweet as anything.
Ooh.
They are delicious.
Maybe I could just give one a try.
Really. It's like popping sweeties, really.
Do you want tomato? No, not to ease gently into the day?
No, I do that with my vinegar, thank you.
Vinegar?
Apple cider vinegar and cayenne pepper.
Oh, I thought we were on mud. The last time it was a sort of mud water you were creating.
No, every morning and evening.
Apple cider vinegar.
And cayenne pepper.
It's actually probably quite a good idea. Clear out the lime scale. I think I might need a bit of descaling myself, actually. I have just looked it up. Apparently Cosmos is edible. Not all types of Cosmos are considered edible, but even the types that are not considered edible are not harmful.
It's quite flavoursome.
Really?
Yeah, it's quite flavoursome.
I'm going to try a bit of leaf then.
Fennel?
No, I don't tend to eat my flowers.
It is.
It's very flavourful.
It is fennelly, isn't it?
Did you just put that little bit right back down again? Maybe in a pesto.
Or just in the flowers.
Pesto is a lovely idea.
How are you?
I'm okay, thank you.
How's everything in the garden?
Green, especially the weeds.
Oh yes, they're thriving. All this
Marvellous year.
sunshine, rain, sunshine, rain, sunshine, rain. I just got a text from Umberline saying that the straw is coming for the garden. She's ordered it for around all of the fruits and vegetables. I don't see anything. I see Umberline. This is our lovely neighbour whose farm is just up the road. It used to be the main farm of the chateau, and he's bringing one of his hay bales. Oh, Mummy will be happy. All that lovely hay for the garden.
So this is amazing because I'm going to protect every single centimeters of the soil.
Yes.
In a good soil mixture, we need azote and carbon. And if we don't have a good ratio, it's not good for the soil. And if we have too much azote and not enough carbon, then that's the veggies who are going to suffer from that. So now we're going to have some carbon, and that's cool.
And it also looks great. I love going to a vegetable garden that's got the hay under everything.
So that's perfect. So I'm really happy that's here.
Great, can't wait to see it.
I'll use it soon.
After quite a bit of running around this morning, I finally got my tea, and I've got the chapel folder. And I love this folder. I think it makes me super happy because the blue makes me think of the chapel. And then the doves also make me think of the Holy Spirit. So that's why I chose this one. I do think that when there's a ton of paperwork that you have to get through, it may as well be in something pretty. This is the latest thing that's been sent to me. That's the main diagnostic. This is all the paperwork so far. It just goes on and on and on. But this is the one breaking down exactly what we should do with the first part of the works. And today I'm going to find out whether or not we can afford it, which is a very, very terrifying thought. This is the front facade of the chapel. And here you can see the pins that need to be placed into the wall in order to effectively reattach the facade here to these walls, because it's just moving away like this. And when you stand inside, you can see a huge crack running up either side. And on this plan, you can see that all around here, we need to do a French drain so that we can start to dry out the interior of the chapel before the major works on the paintwork, because we have to make sure that we're not working on a humid wall. I've just seen the architect arrive at the chapel, so I'm going out to meet him now and I'll let you know how it went. Fingers crossed. I just had the late meeting and it went unbelievably well. I can't wait to show everyone what is going to be happening. And the amazing thing is that the architect brought me some really good photographs, all blown up, so I can show you exactly what we can tackle. I had given the architect a budget of 150,000 euros. I wanted to do all of the structural work and start a little bit on the paintings. And we didn't know if the starting on the paintings would be possible for that amount. So he went away to recalculate everything. And he told me that it wouldn't be possible for that price. And we were going to have a meeting about it today. So I was really concerned. But in fact, he came back with several propositions. And one of them was 161,000, which we can do. So I've given the go ahead for that. And I'm going to show you exactly what's included for that. It will cover all of the structural work that I showed you earlier, but it will also focus on doing some renovation of the paintings in this first third of the chapel. This is where the broken vault is. And we can see it better on the photos. This is the entrance door to the chapel, and there is the broken vault. And this is the painting that the restorers are most worried about. It's the death of Saint Joseph. The chapel is the chapel of Saint Joseph, and here you can see Jesus by his father's side as Joseph is dying. It's a very, very moving scene. And here are the big cracks coming down the wall on either side where the facade is going away. So these cracks are being repaired. This entire vault area is being repaired, but I wasn't sure we'd be able to do any of this paintwork. And in fact, this quote includes the complete restoration of the death of Saint Joseph. They're much less worried about any of the other paintwork in the chapel because, as you can just see from this photo, all of the rest is repeating patterns. Different patterns on each surface, but nevertheless repeating patterns, and they can replace them if they're lost. They cannot replace this scene if it's lost. So the quote includes the entire painting, but also repainting this entire section of ceiling once the vault is redone so that you cannot see the repair. It also includes painting this arch, this one, and this one. Here you can see better there, the arch all the way down to here would be done too. So that is a huge step forward. The chapel will be safe, we can use it again, and the first bay will have a painted ceiling, the painting will be saved, and we can then start moving forward because it will also deal with the damp problems, and we can let the rest of the chapel dry out. He's also given me two other quotes. The first includes doing that entire back wall where the death of Saint Joseph is, just the whole wall restored. And the other quote is the entire bay, so the whole of the first third of the chapel finished. But for that, it's 80,000 euros more. So they have said that it's going to take 6 months to do what's in the quote at the moment for the 161,000 euros. And they are able to start probably in December. He's gone away. He's going to find the exact date to tell me when they're starting. And he said that if I've managed to fundraise more by the end of the 6 months, they can carry on and maybe complete the wall behind it, or even if possible, carry on and do the whole of the first third. So I will probably start fundraising for this towards the end of the year when they actually start work on the chapel, and we'll see if we can push those renovations a little bit further. But the most important thing is that because of the patrons of the Chateau Diaries, and I thank you so much to each and every one of you, I've been able to give the go-ahead for the structure of the chapel and the saving of the painting of St. Joseph. So I'm on a complete high today. What a great day. And we're going to go and see Philip's parents this afternoon. So just a lovely day. I run upstairs to pack because Philip's parents are in France and we're going to go and visit them for 2 days. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but I've been looking forward to packing for this visit for ages because I have a new suitcase. And I don't know if you're anything like me, but I have a thing about luggage. Starling Pacific offered to sponsor this video with this ad and sent me the most beautiful suitcase. I can't believe it. So I'm really excited to tell you about it. For those of you who don't know Starling Pacific, they make incredible luggage tailored to pilots and frequent flyers. Their aim was to create the perfect aluminium luggage, and the attention to detail is incredible. It's got a full aluminium design, and where on other luggage there's usually cheaper plastic parts, they've replaced all of that with aluminium as well. So for example, the entire handle is aluminium, the housing around the handle is aluminium, the housing around the wheels is all aluminium. All of this makes it the most sturdy option available on the market. The other special thing about the wheels is that they've chosen to have 2 huge wheels, and that makes it so much easier to maneuver on rough terrain, and also on uneven terrain it doesn't have the tendency to wander off by itself. The minute we saw it, we fell in love with the retro design. I mean, the Italian leather handles. But Philip's first words were, perfect for porcelain, because it has these ridges on the front that prevent damage on the interior. And when we go traveling, Philip often brings back crystal or porcelain that he's found in little second-hand shops, and we always bring it, obviously, hand luggage in a cloth bag, but now it's going to be so safe. And I know you're excited about the porcelain, but I think I was excited about the interior. Oh, the sound as well. It's so elegant. And it even comes with a little trousse. You know I love a trousse. That's the French word, by the way, for a little toiletry bag. And just to keep it in beautiful condition, there's a little case so you can put it through the hold as well. This is far from being a cheap suitcase. I feel so incredibly lucky that they sent it to me. It's designed for people who love travel, who are looking for something luxurious and durable. But Starling Pacific are making it a little bit more accessible to all of you because they're offering $300 off if you use the code Chateau. If you'd like to make the most of that offer and look at their beautiful suitcases, then go to starlingpacific.com/Chateau. And now, for the first time ever, I get to pack it. But Philip, you need to stop packing too. Seriously, we have to rush. And I really mean rush. You look extremely beautiful. I mean, looking at you like that, there's not much point in finding you new dresses because you should just wear that one every day.
Oh, thank you.
I do love
I
it.
feel very, I don't know, young. Or kind of...
You need to start skipping everywhere in that one.
Skipping?
Yes. It's a... Yeah. Right. Massive closet clear out. Phase 2.
Wow. It keeps on giving.
He just keeps on clearing.
I keep on clearing. You keep on trying things on and going.
No.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. I love it so much.
Marie, I think that's the best one so far on you.
It's great on
I
you.
think so. I love it. Thank you so much.
Okay, you know what? It's really hard for me to let go of things, as everybody knows. But I have to say that when I let go of something and see that it looks better on someone else than it did on me, it makes it easy. You look incredible in it.
I love it. It's the best one so far, really.
Yeah, I think so. And okay, Pavlina, it used to take Philip about half an hour to winch me into that dress. I mean,
I was trying to kind of suck in my breasts. So.
but it looks beautiful on you. I look like a sausage in it, so you look incredible.
I don't believe that, but...
No, but from the side. Can I just film you from the side? That's just unbelievable. Stunning. Wow.
What's the movie called? Under the Tuscan Sun?
Yes.
When she's dancing in the fountain. She's in black and white.
You need a huge black hat.
Yes.
Yeah, massive.
Sunglasses.
Yes, definitely. Okay, yes, 2 successes. I'm happy. And this is an unbelievably lovely thing that one of our guests, Bus, has done. His wife was the most extraordinary painter, and we met him recently. He'd sent us one of his wife's paintings. And do you want to tell the story about why? Because it's the most romantic thing.
When he found the Chateau Diaries, he started watching it, and he was so incredibly surprised to find another couple who was so incredibly similar to him and his late wife. They were a couple with a massive age gap. He was like 20 years younger than she was. She was an opera singer. They renovated the chateau in France together.
They had peacocks.
And yeah, so he was really...
It is unbelievable. He said he thought their story was unique, that there would never be another couple like that, and then he saw us.
So he's saying that now he wants to find homes for lots of his wife's paintings, because she was a very accomplished painter as well, not just an opera singer.
Yeah, she was so talented.
I can't wait to see it.
I love the painting of hers that we have in Bonne Maman.
Me too.
Of the daffodils. All right, we're in. Gosh, it's framed and everything. Oh, it's a fox.
It's with baby fox.
Gosh, that's beautiful. Let me look in here. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful.
That is very cute.
Look at the little fox.
Oh,
Two little fox. No, is it? Yeah.
two babies.
Beautiful.
What do you call baby foxes? Is that a word for baby fox?
Oh, foxlet.
That's what I was thinking the same thing.
No, it's a fox cub.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, you can't.
Wow, you're really fascinated by that bubble wrap. That's really,
Let me try it. No,
Sturdy love for it.
Oh, yeah.
I need a needle.
Did you meet Bas when he was here, the really lovely Dutch man?
With the dog.
Yeah, you met him, didn't you? He has offered this to be auctioned for the chapel restoration.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
This is so kind.
Yeah, so kind.
That's the painting. It's beautiful.
I know. We should put it up somewhere. Then at least we get to enjoy it in the
that's a good
meantime.
And people will see it more.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it kind of ties to the chapel because there's always, in spring, there's always foxes crying around the
Yeah, we can hear them from there. It's the wildlife of Lalande. I see that Pavlina didn't go for the black and white dress for a Dolce Vita fountain moment. But let's face it, she looks kind of beautiful and Dolce Vita in absolutely anything she wears. She means business. The fountain's not going to know what's hit it. It's really girl power in the courtyard today. There goes Kirsty with the strimmer.
Is this your equivalent of carving your initials in a tree trunk?
Yeah. I've done mine and Pavlina's. See, it's not my idea. Yeah, because she told me, oh, I'm finished cleaning. And I'm like, that's so black. So to demonstrate that it was not indeed clean enough, finished by my standards.
This part was almost finished.
Does it fit? Yes. So at least we're going to see it now every single time we walk along the enfilade and every time we go to the dining room. I love it against the dark background. It really makes the colours pop. I have a letter from Bas here, which he put in with the painting. And it says, Dear Stephanie and Philip, I took the liberty of choosing this painting called The Fox's Den from the Art of Anke Brokstra auction that will be held from the 18th through to the 26th of August on Katowiki. Allow me to donate the revenue of this painting for the restoration fund of your chapel. I love the idea of one work of art helping another, both in their own way meant to bring people back to the essence of life. I found your chapel when I was there so much more a precious work of art than comes across on film. And Bas is telling us a little bit about the extraordinary artist Anke, who was the love of his life. Anke was an extraordinary and very dedicated painter with great integrity. At the age of 14, her parents brought her to the then well-known and much older art critic and painter Freek van der Berg. He almost immediately started a relationship with her and subsequently married her. He didn't want another painter around, so he sent her to the Amsterdam Conservatory as she had a great talent for singing. She ended up having a flourishing singing career. She sang in about 25 operas and some musicals. Later, she started teaching and coaching, but her real passion was always painting, and she dedicated the later part of her life to her art. And this reminds me so much of my father's art because Bas writes, Anke's paintings all exude a zest for life and an innocent outlook on the world, which makes them a heartwarming presence in every home. And loving my father's art as I do, I understand that with his love for Anke, Bas absolutely wants to make sure that all of the paintings find homes where they're appreciated, seen and loved. I'm very excited to see how the auction goes, but obviously especially excited about the Fox's Den, because the Fox's Den is going to be helping the chapel. And in the meantime, we can enjoy looking at it. But Philip, How many hours ago were we supposed to leave?
Several?
Seriously, how is it that whenever we try to leave this chateau, things keep happening? We are infamously bad at leaving this chateau on time. The minute we have to get into the car, the weather turns and becomes miserable. And look at me, I simply can't help but give a running weather forecast. I must have missed my calling in life. After a 5-hour journey, we have arrived, we've changed, we're going to be eating with Philip's parents in this beautiful town. I wish I could show you more of it. It looks so pretty on the drive-in. This is the underground parking, but we're pretty certain from what we saw on the drive-in that it's about to get a lot prettier. And I've been
Less brutalist. More medieval, less brutalist.
There is apparently a medieval part here, and I've always wanted to visit because this is the town of Guerande, which is famous throughout France and actually throughout the world for its salt. And I'm a huge fan of salt. We really have no idea how to get out of this. We can't find a pedestrian walkway, so we're just going to risk it. Here we go. Let's just hope no car comes pelting round the edge.
Be on the other side then.
Oh, I'm not very good with left and right. I'll just follow you. The best thing about me getting changed, ever since getting this outfit, we have been very much hoping for a summer shower so that I can pair it with the umbrella.
Oh, I want to be under the umbrella as well.
I'm all right.
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with you, Steph.
Oh, wow, I thought that was the castle, but it turns out that that is the gate to the medieval city. That's the entrance. We've got to go in there. How beautiful.
And my favourite flowers.
Astromerias.
These are beautiful.
So here we are. It's got 1,300 metres of ramparts, 4 doors and 6 towers.
We're always debating how old Lalande is because all the records were lost.
Yes.
And it's between 14th and 16th century. But if you look at this, it says this
15th century.
If
Yeah.
you look up, it's exactly like
The
Lalande.
defences are identical.
So, who knows?
This is stunning, absolutely stunning. I don't mind about the weather.
Goodness. We should, you know, do some shopping and buy a coat because there's
Salt, all I want is salt.
salt as well, yes.
It is so cold that we had to make an emergency stop into this shop. And I obviously had to get a yellow sou'wester thing. And Philip very nearly bought the same one, but we were like, do we want to be that
We do not
couple?
want to be that couple.
So you've gone for the body warmer.
Gone for the, I'm about to go shooting weekend in the country. Like Balmoral boyfriend strikes again. Breton Balmoral boyfriend.
Breton Balmoral, it's a whole
Yes.
new
It's
type
a
of
subdivision
boyfriend. A
of
whole
the
new
Balmoral.
boyfriend.
Yes, you're welcome.
Where are your parents?
They are near a church.
Near a church. That's what we've
all
got to
I
go
thought.
on.
Yeah, and I tried to phone him, but I'm not sure if we have any reception.
I'm getting very distracted by looking at all the beautiful little streets, actually. Okay, let's look for a church. Any steeples? Steeple spotting? I just want salt. Oh, there we go. This is salt. This is salt.
We'll come back.
So much salt. Oh. Okay, parents, then salt. Oh, Philip, look. What is this wonderful thing? A savoury pesto quignette. Never heard of such a thing.
Esther will kill me.
Oh, it won't kill me.
Hi, where's Amelie?
Philip, that couple had the same idea. And actually, it works pretty well. We should have got the matching ones. Look, they're rocking it.
Actually, they are.
We've found a church. We must be getting close. statue of St. Joseph and then the vestiges of painting on the walls of this church just makes me realise how much painted decoration has been lost in churches throughout France. So I'm on such a high about work starting on the Chapel of St. Joseph at Lalande. That is the most beautiful church. I had no idea that this city was so spectacular. We have to come back here one day, Philip.
Definitely.
We're here for one day, well worth the 10-hour round trip drive to get here, I can assure you.
Look how picturesque it is.
It's gorgeous. We've reserved a table for eating, and so I have a little moment free, and apparently the time has come for me to buy the salt. Oh, the salt is like my heaven. I'm so tempted to get the entire shop, but I'm being good and just getting the fleur de sel, the salt itself, because I know we're going to use that all the time. This is my idea of heaven. Shallot salt, paprika salt, wasabi salt, turmeric salt. A whole world of different salts in there. I'm too excited, I don't know where to start. I mean, wasabi salt, surely. How can I not have wasabi salt?
It'll have a kick to it.
Just take a little bit to try. I found tarragon salt, and tarragon, probably my favourite herb, so I have to try this one. I don't want to get it all in the pepper salt. I got chili salt, wasabi salt, and tarragon salt, and of course, we got one salted caramel each. Mine's the plain. Did you get the plain as well?
Vanilla.
Now I really know I'm at the seaside. This is the life. We've had the most delicious mussels, and now we're all heading back to the house that Philip's parents are renting and having dessert on the way.
If you come here, you should go to La Fraiserie. That's the building there.
Delicious. Thank you for joining us for more life at Lalande and in Guerande. And if any of you would like to travel more this evening, then the new video of my travels with Oliver in Istanbul is out on our channel Travels with My Friend now. We delve into the beauties and history of this incredible city and, maybe more importantly, the beauty of Oliver's pyjamas.
Now, this is a sight that I don't usually see in the morning.
Good morning, Stephanie.
A huge thank you to all of my patrons who are transforming the Chateau de Lalande, and a reminder that this week's patron video is the in-depth subtitled meeting that we had with the man who is designing the lake and liaising with the local water authorities. Tonight I'd like to say a huge thank you to the Dauphins and Dauphines of Lalande, Victoria, Jessica Walker, Laura Watkins, Lucas Wallen, John and Anne Vipes, and Timothy Westerfield. Lots of love to everyone watching. I can't wait to see you again next time.